after I was there and had trained with the unit for a few weeks, we received the mission order we were going on tailwind. And they gave us a briefing. The briefing was we were to interdict a road in Laos, about 50 miles inside the border, to support another unit. And I don't know who that unit was. They never told us. We guessed that it was some other agency, but we weren't sure. And they were going to do some other operation north of where we were at. And the object was for us to draw North Vietnamese troops or people on the Ho Chi Minh Trail into our area so that they could do whatever they were going to do. So we formed up again and moved out in our normal line of the 1st platoon, 2nd platoon, and then the 3rd platoon. They hadn't gone 100 yards, probably, and they got in another firefight. They had walked into this base camp, North Vietnamese base camp. It was obviously a truck repair spot because they had a lot of truck parts and stuff there. They had bunkers that were made out of hewn logs. They weren't just rough logs, they were square, and they had stacked them, put them together, and had bunks inside these bunkers. And they had like sort of tents that were sort of like a command post or something like that. The guys got in there and retrieved a bunch of intelligence that we hadn't had before, and just literally boxes of them, and took pictures of a lot of stuff. They had stairs made in the side of the mountain with logs and a handrail. I mean, it was like a little R&R center for the NVA. So as we got up in the air, I don't know how familiar you guys are with John Wayne movies with the old westerns, when the cavalry rides up on the ridge and they look down in the valley and there's the wagon train all circled up and the Indians are running around and all the smoke and the gun smoke and everything is going. It's exactly what it looked like to me. It was just a ring of smoke around this area where we'd been.
Where did all the controversy come from? Why was it in the papers?
Oh, okay. In the extraction,
yeah.
When we were getting extracted, the Air Force called up and said, "We're going to drop gas on you. Put your funny faces on," which is gas mask. And we had some old style gas masks because they were small and they would fit the mountain yards' faces because they were small people. And so we carried pretty much the same thing they did. We didn't have the newer American. And most of them had gotten wet. Some of them were full of holes. People had lost them, all kind of stuff. So some of us put them on and some of us didn't. And trying to work in that heat with a gas mask on and breathe that's not functioning too well is really tough. I never smelt any gas. I had mine on for maybe 5-10 minutes, and somebody else says, "There's no gas here," and I pulled it off, and I couldn't smell anything. And they just said they were going to drop gas. They didn't say what it was.